Welcome, Sunday afternoon. I'm back. Vagina power. I got some penis power with me today.
What's up, boo?
You know what's up, boo. Pop, it's you. It's you, Pop. Tell him.
Yeah.
Tell him. You better tell him.
Welcome
back. I feel so good today. Boy, I don't know if you all got to the show last night, but it was a really intense conversation. I talked to some young people last night. Before I was trying to cut it off, and they wouldn't let me cut it off. Child, they done called in, and we had a serious conversation about the politics, color politics, racial politics of Miami, and a lot of confusion down there. And we got into a really serious issue and a lot of conversations and enlightenment about still being under a system of racial supremacy that a lot of people don't realize that we're under. So it was a really heavy, intense show, and I wasn't going to do the show today. I was going to ask Brother Bay to do the show tomorrow. But I decided, no, I was feeling good. Let's go ahead and do this show. We got to keep this rolling because I know we have really powerful information, and I'm going to ask Brother Bay to come back on a regular basis, see what day is better for him to come back. Whether it's every Saturday or whichever day is good. And we're going to do some video stuff, too, with him in Atlanta so we can be educating to let people know what's going on. And if you can get to his lectures here in Atlanta, let you know where he is and what he's doing. I want to say hello to all guests. Welcome, Lover, RNLA, Miss Fuller, Madam Teacher Lady Hakima Kikamo, Mo, Blue, you ready to chop and screw? Ghetto. I want to make sure now you got your bag of bricks, now that you in the alley, so we're going to knock anybody in the head that come in here want to start some shit and want to try to get in the way, create drama like we had people coming in the chat room last night calling me all kind of names. They had to chop and screw them. Letting y'all know now, you want to come in there, you want to throw out links, you want to promote your business, and you don't want to promote me, you're getting chopped and screwed. You come in here, you want to attack the queen of VP, you're getting chopped and screwed. Y'all not going to be able to come in my chat room and talk about me and call me all kind of thing and think you ain't going to get beat up and knocked in the head. For all y'all that don't like me coming in here, it is a dark alley, and you getting busted in the head down to the white meat. So, Ghetto, your bricks ready. Mo Blue, you ready to chop and screw. That's all I want to know before we go on. Key Ring, what's up? Y'all ready? Okay, we're going to get it going. Let me see if Brother Bay in the room. You with us, Brother Bay?
Peace. I'm here. I'm ready to go.
Okay. Well, I'm going to let you take over.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. I didn't get to hear the show last night in reference to what you was talking about, what's going on with the racial. Could you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yes. Well, initially what I did the show on the power of a woman's period, the spiritual, sacred, psychic, psychological, etheric power of a woman's period. Because we're taught to hate it and look down on men, and women have looked, especially black men, have looked down on black women for our appearance, say we stink, we're nasty, when you're not supposed to be around us. Looking at this is something very derogatory and defiled about a woman because she's bleeding. So I went into how it's important to realize the sacredness of it and how actually the rivers of living waters, life is in the genetic matrix of blood, and men cannot come here without a woman having a menstrual cycle. And even ancestors are in that blood. So it's important to know who you are and what level your blood and your frequency is vibrating on to determine what type of beings that you're going to bring into this experience, and then who you lay with. You have to be aware of the type of man, and if he has God energy awake in him, to acknowledge and bow to the goddess energy that gave him life before you lay with him, so he won't disrespect your period. So it went into that, You there?
I'm listening.
Oh, okay, I thought you were going to say something. And it went from there to, how the men have disrespected us and how we disrespect ourselves, and the biological, the natural biological, spiritual, and etheric function of our body into the black women in Miami, and there were some black men on the phone. They're young, like in their 20s and in their 30s, and they were saying, which I told them, I said, y'all must not have studied history and been around long, because this is not the first time it has occurred, and Miami is not the only place it occurred, where white Latinos and white people come in. Like, we know the movie industry has come into Miami and South Beach, and they've turned it into an international celebrity playground. So we know that that is going to be predominantly white. It is predominantly white, and they're ruling it. So everything is about big boobs, big butts, so it's plastic and reconstructive surgery. And, oh, yeah, and that's how it started, because the one lady was saying that it's this Latino girl she worked with that hate her period because her boyfriend hate her period. And he asked her to find out how much it would cost to get her uterus cut out so she will not have a period because it gets in the way sexually, irritates him sexually. So she wanted all her organs removed. She got that done. They said they have a group of doctors, even if a woman has nothing wrong with her, for the right amount, says a black market industry, they will cut a woman's womb out so she don't have a period, or the organs, they said she felt like the organs were creating a pouch at the bottom of her stomach, which is absolutely ridiculous because they're so tiny. So they felt like if they get rid of the female organs, you have a flatter stomach and you won't have no period no more. So he had her do that. He had her change her nose. He had her plump up her lips, look like a black woman lips, plump up her butt, plump up her breast. And she was wondering, why do men and women disrespect their body and the period so much that and the men actually want the woman to erase all traces of her period. And then she went into the fact that a lot of white Latinos and white people dominate the banking industry, dominate the finance, dominate the hotels, dominate any area of our existence, and how if a black woman looks real black, dark skin, got nappy-looking hair, African features, that not only is it harder for her to get a job and to get a husband, because even the black men don't want us down there. A lot of them don't want us. They want Latino women. But if you're on a job and you look that way and you speak out against Latinos, they will actually get you fired. Whatever they say goes. White Latinos and the white people's word have more power over somebody that is black or what you call African-looking. And she was saying it was that way. It's discrimination all the way around, to the point that she is ready to take her family and move because she felt like they could make nothing happen economically or have any clout or power. And I was just basically letting them know this is not new. It's basically the same game recycled over and over and over, and we don't know it because we don't know who we are. We don't study our history, and we sit around and whine all the time. And one thing I've learned about white people, Latinos and Asians, because she was putting them down, I said, well, you have to give them credit, because one thing about them, they come over here, they stick to themselves. They plot to make sure that they're going to dominate an industry that we need, or dominate an industry where we cannot get in it. They're not going to share it with us. They're not going to let us in, because they've been taught we've been here hundreds of years and we ain't did nothing. So they are not going to allow us into their industry. They sleep together in the same house. They pile up. They eat their food together. They work. They put their money together. They go out and buy businesses. They buy stores. They create whatever business surrounding the industries and the products that they need to consume. And as a whole, black people are not doing that. And until we wake up and do that, we're going to still have these problems. People run us out of places because they don't like the way we look, or you're too dark, your hair too nappy, or because you're considered black. And then she said the Dominican Republic, the black people that come from the Dominican, the black people that come from Latin America do not consider themselves black. The Dominicans got on their birth certificate that they are white. She said no matter how dark they are, they consider this is not a black dog. This ain't got nothing to do with melanin from African descent because I'm dark. I'm still classified white on paper, or they dye their hair blonde, they wearing the blue contacts. I mean, it's mental side. It's a whole destruction of the mind and the psychology of anything, and anybody black is derogatory, it's inferior, and we're going to reflect this by the way we treat you and how you have no control economically and you have no control under the land under your feet. I don't care what nobody say. If you talk, you can talk all the shit you want to talk, but if you do not control the ground, the fucking dirt that's underneath your feet, you don't have no power.
Amen. Yes, ma'am. Whoa, yeah, this is I guess why we agreed to contract, I guess, on a spiritual level before we even met, on this radio show, is that's what time it is. That's why, as we know yesterday, I said, my series is called The World's Best Kept Secrets, the knowledge of yourself, astroeconomics, based on, the universe and the stars. As I mentioned yesterday, when Jesus was born, they looked for a particular star, and then once they found him, that they found the Messiah. That's the case with us as a nation, all due respect to all other nations, but we are the original man, the original people of the planet. I mean, this is our land.